You still shouldn't be promoting a corrupt company? Hey, we gotta talk about this, because what you're blaming me for, I got nothing to do with.
Ray guns, Legos, bricks and toys.
Hey toy fans, so I am here with this is actually my second time to record it. The first time, I kind of let my emotions get the best of me, and had that really hardcore sense of justice, which is definitely for my brain. I'm a level 1 ASD, or autistic, or Asperger. I call myself an Aspie. We do have a very heightened sense of justice, and I got called out by this individual repeatedly on multiple videos about me being shameless for promoting BAM. Now, when I say this, and I will go through the comments and everything, it's one of those where my brain was going, what's BAM? Now, BAM, for me, and without context, and here's the thing, all of this is without context. Oftentimes when I am navigating the world, I am looking at pattern recognition of things. There's things I have to understand. And so if I get told that I'm shameless for supporting BAM, I'm going to go down a roster in my head and try to pinpoint BAM. Okay. Are we talking about the song, was it Bam Wham Bam, Thank You Ma'am, that was in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 movie? Are we talking about the onomatopoeia? Are we talking about Bam Majera, which I just recently talked about with the Lego Mountain Bicycle Adventure set, which there's that video right there, okay? It's a really good review, and actually it's a great set. Or are we talking about like Build a Minifig, which oftentimes us AFOLs, we talk about BAM being Build a Minifigs. When we go into the Lego stores, we can do a Build a Minifig. I do oftentimes, I don't have them here, but I oftentimes do a custom minifig, and that's also part of the BAM series. And I get them online so I can get printed, and it has like Tayraygun on it, and I've got my invisible disabilities lanyard and everything. So there's all these BAMs, and these are things that I have dealt with. And then there's bricks and minifigs. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and state it. I've never dealt with bricks and minifigs. The most that I have dealt with bricks and minifigs is when the news first came out about the death of the Star Wars sets. I was going to get on, talk about it. I was going to talk about it from the stance of the small stores and about their association with it and everything. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't know enough about the story yet, and there hasn't been a lot that's come out yet for me to really sit down and have this gross opinion about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. And I have been following the story. I've got to catch up on the latest stuff that's happened in the last 2 weeks. But as an AFOL, that's in my wheelhouse. I know about those things. And on Instagram, TikTok, which I have my links to those there in the bio, I've done follow for follow. They followed me, I've followed them. They'll post a set, at like BAM Oregon, BAM, it's whatever city it's in. And it's usually a individual page per store. It's not like a big corporate banner thing. I might follow them, but I mean that's about as far as my association goes with them. I've never stepped foot into one. I've looked them up. I was looking for Lego stores when I was in the Corpus Christi area, because I'm in Texas, and I was looking for a Lego store because I need to get a passport, and I like to go to the Pick-a-Brick wall, or the Pabs wall. And all they had was a bricks and minifig. I never went. I think I ended up just getting a set at my local Walmart, or not my local Walmart, but the Walmart we were at in Rockport, and then that was kind of it. put it together. I carry a 3-in-1 set, which is like a caravan and camper set, which I love. I'm still trying to pick the last little pieces. I'm missing a few pieces, and so one of them's kind of hard to find. But other than that, I've got no association with bricks and minifigs. So this particular individual, Lone Wolf, here, and you can see the actual page. I did subscribe to you. I saw that you had 1 subscriber, so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be mean. I'm gonna subscribe to you. You know, maybe that can make you feel better. I like your dogs, by the way. They're very pretty dogs. Lone Wolf, you joined March 24th, 2025, so last year. Okay. You got your YouTube here. You got your 2 subscribers, one of which is me. Listen, the first time I went about this, I was mean about it, and I was like, you know what? Even though I can be very mean, that's not the response of me personally. I want to give myself time to think about it. I've got more of like the kind of that spirit of Christ. I'm gonna bring truth up to the surface, but I don't want to be mean to you. That doesn't seem very fair. I wouldn't want you to be mean to me, and I definitely am on that line if I'd want to treat others the way that you'd want to treat me. So the idea that this is a slam, not really, but I do want to talk to you about some things, okay? And this isn't the first time I've drawn someone out. I redid a video because they said that they would prefer, the video to be better. So yeah, I made the video better for them. Redid the review and everything. I'm all about community here, so I'm okay with that. So yesterday you had you kind of went ahead and hit one more comment at the end of the day, and I was like, all right, so obviously something's wrong. So at this point, I will tell you, Lone Wolf, I'm praying for you. I hope that if you're struggling right now and you're having a hard time, I'm hoping my prayers will reach you, and that you can find some solace and peace in the world. But we'll kind of start back over here. So it says, shameful channel that supports BAM. Okay, now, there was one of these where I ended up just kind of reporting it because I didn't know what in the world was going on and what to do. Now, this video that you put it on was a Lumabricks video where I'm talking about Kay's spinner from Blade Runner 2049, which I'm waiting for it to come in. It's great movie. I like it. And kind of set really more towards the book than Blade Runner is towards the book. But I didn't reply to that. I was like, okay. I got shameful channel that supports BAM. This is a point when I was like, what do you mean by BAM? For such a strong feeling, you have very little description of what you're mad about. I teach kindergartners to express more words about their feelings than this comment. So what's your excuse? And that is true. Like, what exactly, what seems to be the problem? Like, what are you mad about? And you had posted this shameful channel supports BAM across multiple videos, including this one. Shameful channel that supports BAM. And I said, you'll have to explain yourself, because do you mean ban the onomatopoeia, build a minifig, ban Megara, break some minifigs? Okay, so there was quite a bit on here. If we go to, okay, so I pulled up, so I couldn't find it. It was no longer on the, I guess you deleted it or it got reported or something, but I was like, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we got, we going through these, let's see. We got shameful channel that supports BAM. Shameful channel that supports BAM. Shameful channel that supports BAM. That's on a Lumabricks build thing, a Lumabricks spinner. We got one that's over an Ollie's build kit that was from the Snap and Switch. So again, like I put here, you have to explain yourself. What do you mean by BAM? The onomatopoeia, build a minifig, BAM Megara, bricks or minifig. So these have nothing to do with what we're seeing. I says, what do you mean by BAM? For such a strong feeling you have, and I went back and talked about that. And then it says, you feel very strong about this, enough to write, because it just says shameful channel. Now, this is the video with the mountain bike, right? Where I reference Bam Margera from CMKY2K, Jackass, that sort of thing. I say, you feel very strong about this, enough to write this statement on several of my videos. So, Lone Wolf, why is my channel shameful? And I get, and this is the Karen voice here, it says, Tayraygun, seriously? I'm sorry, but I'm not responsible for your education. Again, that would be like, you know, for someone like me with my brain, that would be like in a school setting, someone going in and saying, make sure you solve that problem by 12 p.m. And you're like, cool, what's the problem? You don't know the problem? Hey, I'm not responsible for you figuring it out. What is the problem? And I think that's where this situation comes up. It's like, what do you mean by BAM? So, again, you have to remember, reference-wise, I don't have any association with bricks and minifig. So, I have no idea what you're talking about. And so I wrote, I'm sorry, but I'm not responsible for your education. It says, makes me think you don't even know what BAM is. It's kind of like, you're just like throwing the talking points out there, regurgitated talking points. Blah. I'm not eating that up, man. And bricks and minifig. Now, I had missed this initial reaction. I wrote again. I was like, seriously, Bam Margera, build a minifig, onomatopoeia, bricks, minifig. What BAM are you talking about? And that's when I got bricks and minifig. Okay, again, I have no association with bricks and minifig. Something that I think a lot of people get messed up on, and I looked it up just to make sure, as that's where my brain goes. The store that I go to that is a resale shop is Minifigs, Bricks, and More. And it's here in Denton, Texas. That shop is a sole proprietor. It is owned by an individual. He's a really nice guy, he and his wife. I like them a lot. I buy from them. I buy locally from that shop, but they have no association with Bricks and Minifig. So this is a sole proprietorship. This is not a big company. And so it says, seriously, was it down here? It's, you can't see it. Let me pull it up a little bit. It says, shameful to support such a company. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah. Saying shameful to support such a company. You promote their products. Again, I have no dealings with Bricks and Minifig. Sorry, not sorry. You're kind of talking out of both sides of your head here, and you don't understand. Like, you've created this whole narrative about me, but you have no idea who I am or what I stand for on certain things. You know that I like toys, I like building blocks, and I like supporting people. And, you know, I notice I get a lot of people that, you know, I'm a small channel. Like, are you doing this to the big channels? Are you doing this to Jang's Bricks or other bricks? Are you doing this to, you know, the Lego channel? Are you, you know, you're willing to fight someone that you think is small, but you're not willing to stand up and fight, you know, the big dog. And I don't know if it's because you're afraid or you think that I might be an easier target. I don't know, but I'm praying for you, because it sounds to me like you're sad. Maybe you're lonely. You might be a little jealous. That's okay. Hey, well, I get jealous sometimes too. That's the way this runs. You know, to sit there and shame me and call me out and tell me I'm shameful for supporting something that I have no dealing with whatsoever. I'm concerned for you. I really am. And I'm hoping your dogs are really helping you through this traumatic time, whatever's going on, because I think you might need to go see somebody. Okay, it's important. I go and see somebody. I'm actually on a community for neurodivergence. So I'm on a community learning about, you know, my autism and learning things that help me out. So it's good to go get help whenever you're in those things. So I said, and do you figure that I support bricks and minifigs? I've never even been to one, which is true. I've never been to one. Tayraygun, you promote their products. I mean, I guess if I'm review Lego and bricks and minifig sell Lego, then sure, but I've never bought from a bricks and minifig, so sorry. Again, sorry, not sorry. This got to come out. This isn't fair. I call out anyone that sells or promotes products from corrupt companies. It's wrong to put money into corrupt companies. Now, if you don't mind, goodbye. Now, I got to go ahead and tell you, you're dealing with someone who sees right and wrong in a certain way and has a heightened sense of justice. So no, I can't go goodbye. I'm sorry, I cannot. Instead, you're getting the best part of me where I'm going to call you out on this. I said, no, not goodbye. I haven't promoted them, and I'm shaming you for being ignorant. And when I mean ignorant, I'm not calling you like an ignoramus or a moron or doofus, but I'm saying ignorant in the way that, look at the root word, ignore. You're ignoring the fact. The fact is, I have no dealings with bricks and minifigs. So you're calling me shameful for dealing with something that I've never dealt with. Well, that kind of tells me right there that you don't understand even what you're talking about in this. So, that's the whole purpose of this video, is to remind people, like, as you're sitting there trying to shame somebody, you're essentially lying at this point, and it's not a good look for you. It really isn't. So let's go back to the latest the latest thing you posted. Okay, so the last one, and here's where I got to give props to the minifig club. Again, I didn't get my new band from Heather and them, but you know what? I still love this band quite a bit. And the minifig club, it's a subscription channel, so I can't even remember. It's like $15 or something, and they've got new levels and stuff. But essentially, you purchase in, you get postcards and all sorts of cool stuff. I've got videos for it where I open up every one of their months. I've been at it for I think like 8 months now, and I absolutely love them. Like I really dig it. But you get to put 3 unique minifigures together in a day. Okay, so you posted, you still shouldn't be promoting a corrupt company. And this is where, again, that heightened sense of justice is coming in, because I know these people that it runs the minifig club. I know most of them. I've talked to them. I've actually been on podcast with them and have done, live interviews and stuff. And so they are not a corrupt company. They're a great group of people. So I'm definitely going to fight you on this, because now, not only are you shaming me, now you're shaming the people I care about. So I said, oh, so you think the minifig club is corrupt? It's a small company that is working hard to pull subs to reach out to all the AFOL community. Listen, if you're gonna shame somebody, get on Lego and shame them. If you're gonna shame somebody, get on Amazon, shame them. If you're gonna shame somebody, go to the actual corporations and shame them, because you're shaming me, and I support a lot of my local businesses, a lot of my small toy companies around here. I support my minifigs, bricks and more. Has nothing to do with bricks and minifig. I support them. So these things that you are yelling at me about, I'm sorry, you're wrong, absolutely wrong in what you're doing. Even shaming me for Luma Bricks. And Luma Bricks, it's big and it's corporate, but it's a relatively small company. You want to shame me for something, shame me for going to Walmart. But then a lot of people do. You want to shame me for something, shame me for getting stuff off of Amazon. But a lot of people do. We do it out of convenience. You want to shame me for getting Lego. A lot of people do. So, I'm officially, and I don't even know how you stand with the the AFOL community, AFOL being the adult fans of Legos. By the way, I did go and watch this video, the JD Vance. It's not very good. And much like this conversation of you calling me out for being a corrupt bootlicker for a company I've never even dealt with, the person on this video kind of talks out of both sides of their mouth too, so I'm kind of putting you in there. But from me, and if you're part of the AFOL community, sorry, you're being canceled from the AFOL community. I appreciate your concern for keyboard warrior and justice here of me promoting corrupt companies, which you're saying I promote bricks and minifig, but I don't. And so, yeah, I hope that you go get some help, because I do think that you need it. If you decide that you want to rebuttal, let me know. Down in the comments. I'll set something up. We can share a screen here. You can argue your point. I'd love to hear it. And I bet you my subscribers would like to hear this too. I think that they might get a kick out of whatever it is you got to say. But till then, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. See you later. Hasta la vista. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications to be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Comment down below and like this video. It helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making. Want to help out the channel? Be sure to get something out of the affiliate link down below or in the shop in the link tree in the bio. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.